Hey, what's going on, guys? It's AfroLegacy. Welcome back to the second channel and to another Throwback Thursday, the series where I take some of our favorite artists in the nerdcore scene and I run it back in time to where I first discovered their channel, just for nostalgia purposes, really. And then we go through the years and check out their evolution as an artist, highlighting some of their key tracks and songs, just to see their growth, just because this is a really entertaining thing to do. I've done this a couple times already. We've checked out Fable, Schwabity, Rustage, and Daddy Fat Snaps. We've got Throwback Thursdays for all of them. They're on the channel. You can find them linked probably on the playlist that will be highlighted up in the corner, I think just here above my head. But today, Connor Quest, an artist that I've been listening to for way too long at this point, probably. back before Connor Quest was a thing. Connor Rapper. What do you know about Connor Rapper? I'm super excited to do this one. Connor is one of my favorite artists just in the nerdcore scene. I think he's an incredible artist. He's also just a great guy as well. He's really cool. So this is going to be a really fun one. As always, Connor's channel will be linked below. Please check him out. It's an awesome guy. And let's start this breakdown and this Throwback Thursday. So to start this one off, we're not actually on Connor's channel. We did the same thing when we did Schwabity's Throwback Thursday. We're on a different channel where I first heard Connor. Rustage. I said with Schwabity's video, this is going to be a theme. I've heard a lot of artists first on Rustage's channel. Same thing with Connor. Back again, Connor Rapper. I believe the first one that I remember him at least featuring on Rustage's channel was the Akatsuki Cypher. This was 6 years ago. Or like almost to the dates, by the way. 6 years ago. This is insane. So yeah, we're gonna check out Connor's verse. I don't remember it. I haven't listened to it. I just remember this first time I heard Connor. So let's hear what he was like all those years ago. Oh my god. Once the video wants to play.
Like a little girl at your funeral.
These black threads grab next. Snap. Next opponent to be trapped within the web will have their last death. Failed the mission from my village and now they all want me gone. So I'm here living as a killer with hit and we form the zombie combo. Stitched up like the monster of Frankenstein. Not a nip tuck, these scars are my battle lines. My rampant anger causes tremors like I slammed an anchor. And I fix up any single wound without a bandage plaster. Foes are feeble, blows are lethal, flinging limbs and fire winds. Now your chance of living's thinner than a sewing needle. Quick outburst of the earthquake fear. My enemies that I hurt cry tears. Rage is risen, gonna burn my peers. Body parts coming off that I hurl like spears.
God, he's a god. I say this every single time. They sound so different. This is not the Connor I know. I guess because this is technically a different artist in Connor Rapper. But it sounds so different. God, what's with the lack of ad-libs people were doing back in the day? I know I'm not one to talk, because same shit with me. I just wasn't doing ad-libs in the back of this. But there's nothing to flesh out the track. Obviously, there are the backing vocals, which is nice to hear. But just apart from that...
Stitched up like the monster of Frankenstein. Not a nip tuck, these scars are my battle lines. My rampant anger causes tremors like I slammed an anchor. And I fix up any single wound without a bandage plaster.
It is good to hear. It's good to hear so early on. One of the things Connor's like really known for in the scene and what people really like about him are the schemes he does with his bars. And like, it's not the most incredible stuff right here, but you see elements of it already. They want me gonzo, zombie combo. It's like, wouldn't expect that 6 years ago from an artist that's so well focused on doing it right now. And it just shows that Connor either got lucky in this verse, which I doubt it, or he's just always had a love of writing these sort of schemes, which is why he's considered one of the best in the scene right now, alongside people like Stupendium and Dan Bull. So like hearing it so early on is so interesting. I guarantee all of those went like over people's head back when they first heard this 6 years ago. I'm gonna keep reminding you of that. This was 6 years ago. But it's really interesting to hear.
At the last death, failed the mission from my village and now they all want me gone. So I'm here living as a killer with hit and we form the zombie combo. Stitched up like the monster of...
Also, this is absolutely just a Connor line. He would use this nowadays. Stitched up like the monster of Frankenstein is a line he would use nowadays. So I don't know how much his writing has actually improved. I don't know how much his writing's actually improved.
Frankenstein, not a nip tuck, these scars are my battle lines. My rampant anger causes tremors like I slammed an anchor. And I fix up any single wound without a bandage plaster.
Yeah, rampant anger, slammed an anchor, bandage plaster. Okay, see no schemes early, really cool, really interesting. And now, here we are for the first track I actually heard on Connor's channel. The Full Metal Alchemist rap with Schwabity. I know after the Akatsuki Cypher, which we just checked out, he did also feature on Connor's on Schwabity's channel. So I was like, oh, he was on Rusty's channel. Then he's on Schwabity's channel, who I was listening to her at that time, as we saw with the Throwback Thursday. I got to check him out on his own channel. And boom, we have one with Schwabity. It's like, I know Schwabity. Connor's been on these channels. Let's check it out. Again, one I've not listened to in years. I don't know what I'm about to expect going into this one. But if it's like the same level as we heard in the Akatsuki Cypher, hey, we're starting off very strong, at least back in the day, back 6 years ago still. This was probably, 5-6 years ago. Oh, back when he just had these as the visuals. He wasn't showing any of the anime footage in the background. It was just PNGs on screen and something bumping to the music. Oh, I remember that.
Ironclad grasp, it never rusts, man. Blade pierces them like lust hands. Quick snap and you can feel the burn. Mustang, I got your staff made from the earth. Smack your jaw, crunch, bang. Now you bit the dust.
Oh, the nostalgia. Yeah. Connor did this. Where he did a character track and just tried to fit in, or at least a series track, and just try to fit in as many characters as he could. Okay, we got Lust, we got Mustang, and again, we can see the scheme starting up. Mustang, Lust Hands, Dust Stamp, like, he's trying to do this, he's doing the schemes early on while trying to fit in all the characters. Oh, I forgot he did that.
Damn, it's heavy stuff when you just want to bring back the ones you love and end up with less half dead, dripping blood. Draw a seal on that armor chest, a form of soul suppression. Giving an arm and a leg, and that's not just an expression. Obsession to correct the mess and recollect the debt. Every lesson from the text we read was all part of the prep. Pass the test, turn the pillar into petals to protect. Now a state alchemist, but not the military's pet.
This one, why is his vocals aren't as punchy, I want to say, as the Akatsuki Cypher. I don't know that if that's because, like, I don't know when he recorded this in comparison to the Akatsuki Cypher. Obviously, maybe this was recorded first and then he got the feature and that was recorded later. But it feels like he was punching a bit more with, like, the grit in his voice and determination compared to this one. And that could very much be a case of, oh my god, Rustage, who was a very big artist at the time, he was about like over 10k actually, I think, when the Akatsuki Cypher dropped. It's like, oh my god, Rustage asked me to be on a verse, I better bring my A game, and then, like, not as good on his own channel. Whatever it is, I feel like the last verse we just checked out had a bit more grit in the vocals compared to this one.
But not the military's pet. Converting these materials, turn harps into cellos, but don't claim to work miracles like Father Cornello. He's got the whole town wrapped around his finger like the ring he's wearing. I'm a prophet of the gods. Is what he's been declaring more.
Okay, little bit of change here. We had like the deeper vocals in the background, keep it more interesting. That's nice. That's nice.
Puppet to the plans of the homunculi. Envy's hidden form lies dormant underneath disguises. Yeah, they hunger for the essence of our souls and gluttonize. No remorse for the race as we suffer or cry. Filling us with hate, seeing red like an Ishval. And little did they think that it would make our wit sharpen. Words of manipulation that I will not hearken. Trying to tempt me with power, but I don't want it like a milk carton. Need that shit.
See, yeah, try to get those schemes in. Very God, see how that evolves into, like, current day Connor is crazy. Seeing how that evolves into current day Connor is crazy.
Pain like a Hawkeye, causing havoc, cannot be afraid when it's wartime. Crawling through the slot tunnel, guided by the torchlight. Better put it out though, we don't want to inform pride.
And again, trying to fit in every single character. Hawkeye, Sloth Tunnel, Pride, the Gluttonized before, Ishvalan, like, just trying to cram in as many like character references as he can, which is just really funny to listen to.
Down for the count after a rowdy bout with Kimberly. Got a blonde who handles spanners like magic wands. Win rate, automel wizard fixing up the kinks simply. Every time I break it though, I think she is gonna kill me.
And then, yeah, a little bit of, like, Connor still does this now where, like, he trails off the delivery of the vocals to something a lot more like of a talkative line. Probably most, like, well-known one for current day is during his Lucifer Morningstar rap when he's talking about fucking your girl. Everyone loves that line. It's just, he trails off the actual music to put in a silly little joke like that. Again, something interesting to hear early on, the little seeds of that zone compared to how it grows into today. It's really nice.
Break it though, I think she is gonna kill me.
Oh, that's not my Schwabity. That does not sound like Schwabity. Okay, cool. We're actually on Connor's channel now. We're going to stick on Connor's channel now for the rest of this video, but we did need to check out his verse with Rustage just to begin with, just so we know where we're at, just so we know how the stage has been set for this. Oh, speaking of Connor trying to fit in as many characters as possible in a single track, the infamous Rapidavia track, 50 characters in one song. Connor decided it's out the window with like your standard rap format, forget a hook and everything. I'm just going to rap and cram in as many characters as possible. So I actually think this is a really good one just to see as well, because you actually hear Connor with some pretty actually like clever lines and stuff. For again, when was this? This is about 5 years ago now. I think actually the last one's about 5 years ago. God, see, that's my like on this. Do I have a comment on this one? Oh, yep, there I am. It's 5 years ago. I've been around. Okay. Yeah, let's check out this one. Let's just hear how we managed to do this. With again, no like anime footage on screen, just the picture and the lyrics, because copyright's scary.
Somebody hand me Jiro's earlobe. Got a new track to rap up like Zero. We're some crazy quirky weirdos saving the world for the people that fears those evil doers. They get meaner every single day, I swear. Leagues ranks expand like kendo hands, so students stay aware. Spinner with a razor edge, killer hitter, slayer next, and razor head, my savior neck. If he's awake and not in bed, there has been some concern, like your quirk's pretty absurd, mate. How you gonna win a fight with a verse and witty wordplay?
Okay, already the delivery's better compared to what we were just listening to with my hero with the Full Metal Alchemist track. Like there's a little bit more personality and like swag in his vocals at this point that keeps you much more engaged, especially when he's doing little lines like this, like your quirk's pretty absurd, mate. Like there's a little more energy and like personality in the track, which is really nice to hear.
Quirk's pretty absurd, mate. How you gonna win a fight with a verse and witty wordplay? Well, I can't shine in the festival. I'm clearly winning best in show. Get me mad, I'll give you that Detroit smash when I deck you. Whoa, hand to the face, I Shigaraki. This ain't just a game. Scaredy pussy cats, your pants are yellow like a mustard stain.
Yeah, the hand to your face like Shigaraki. Like there's more personality and inflections in his vocals, and that's what you'll see a lot as artists grow and evolve over the years. Like they know how to throw their voice around the track. They know what like stuff they can hit and what they can't, and what they can mess with to keep the track a lot more entertaining. And even though it was so simple, just with the way he said Shigaraki, it makes it better. It doesn't sound like you're reading from a script. It sounds like you actually know what you're meant to say, and you can play with the vocal delivery. It's really cool.
Just a game, scaredy pussy cats, your pants are yellow like a mustard stain. Rapper, but don't rock around with metal in my teeth. Moofish, going denki, overcharge on this hit beat. Stupid in the booth of midnight Tokoyami, I might completely lose it. Coasting as a flowing beast, like Mirio was shifting through it. Tidal current from the tongue, a tsunami I spit. Snipe precise, so you got Iowa, I'm a fire from the hip. You're a load of spineless cowards, need to grow back like shoji hands. Can't even see the pussies like Kagakure had an OnlyFans. These tracks like endeavors, man.
I forgot he said that. Oh, I forgot he said that. But what? I forgot he said that. Oh, I forgot he said that. I was more appreciating need to grow back like shoji hands. I was appreciating that as a bar.
Grow back like shoji hands, can't even see the pussies like Kagakure had.
That's a crazy line. That's what he was saying 5 years ago. Why do we let it slide? Why do we let this slide? Why do we let him continue? Oh my, I forgot he said that. See, yeah, Connor just trying to do the out-of-pocket bars that stick with you. Jeez, okay.
Only found these tracks like endeavors, methods. I burn these heathens. Wanna know why I killed it? I'll give you 13 reasons.
See, that delivery felt more punchy. That delivery felt better. I like that. That sounds nice.
Gotta speed up in a rush like Sato. No sugarcoat in a gyro with a hard flow. No to roll and go overboard with the vocal cords. Even present my cargo. This height, it's like on top of the academy. Rising above like a trucker with a gravity. Technical wizard like Casamay with his vanity. Blue flames derby cause a calamity.
Okay, yeah, he's also definitely improved on the choppier flow. Like, no, that doesn't sound bad. Does not sound like what he can do now. Does not sound like what he can do now. That's for sure.
Like a trucker with a gravity.
I probably should have mentioned this a lot earlier. Like I said with the other Throwback Thursdays before, I'm not making fun of how Connor sounded 5 years ago as an artist, because that would be crazy. And he had to drop this and apparently the OnlyFans bar to grow as an artist into what he is today. Every song that someone has dropped has been on their journey to get to as good as they are now. I said this at the start. Connor's one of my favorite artists in this scene. I think he's so good in so many different areas that what he sounded like 5 years ago had to be done for what he sounds like right now as one of my favorite artists. So if I make fun of anything from Connor 5 years ago, it's not because I think it's funny to laugh at him. It's just funny hearing the difference. But it's not meant to be an insult. Let's get that very clear out the gate. I know Connor knows that, but for everyone else, we're making that very clear out the gate.
Above like a truck over the gravity, technical wizard like Casamay with his vanity. Blue flames derby cause a calamity. Eat you like a salmon that's cold and smoky. Yo wait, that reminds me of Todoroki. Gonna freeze up when I toast your homies. Nothing but a fake like a toga clone bee. I'm an inappropriate schmo, I'm an essay in hey Momo. Can I most of both please? But I still pwn the most to get roasted. Owning the show, bringing home the trophy. Cleaning up the city like Deku did with the beach. Bricks, chuck, cement toss, you're steady dodging the debris.
Again, that cement toss line is like a bar. That's like a cleverer bar back 5 years ago. Okay, we're not gonna listen to the whole thing because we've got a lot of songs to get through. I think I've got like 11 planned for this one at least. So we gotta keep moving. But it's so much better of a delivery compared to what we just heard with the Full Metal Alchemist track. The evolution's nice. The evolution's really, really nice. Side note: while we're in this era of Connor Rapper, I think this was still Connor. Where was the rebrand video? Yeah, rebrand video, Connor Quest 5 years ago. So while we're still here in the era of Connor Rapper, remember when I edited for this guy? I just thought of it right now. I saw the Rin rap. I was like, wait, I did that video, and also the Attack on Titan one, and also we scrolled up a little bit, the Deku one. God, that was a weird time. I forgot I did that for people. Yeah, just thought I'd bring it up because the next one we are actually checking out is that Deku one. I think, yeah, this was probably around the time then he was actually using anime footage in the actual visuals so you could see what he was on about instead of just having like a PNG on screen because copyright was a scary thing. Don't ask me how this video got through copyright footage. It definitely should have been claimed. I was not a good editor 5 years ago. But I'll say it, was not a good editor 5 years ago. So I don't know how this one got through, but we're checking it out because there's elements of this we need to talk about when it comes to Connor. And the elements we need to talk about is his singing. Something that Connor's very much praised for, but still I feel like is pretty underrated in the community of Connor can sing, like, pretty damn well, doing like hooks for other people and even on his own channel. He's been singing for a hot minute. I don't remember at least any songs around, again, this era of Connor making music, but the Deku one, obviously I definitely remember because I did the video for this. He was singing. Was it the best singing in the community at the time? No. I'll say that to him. No. But it's an element that he's definitely incredibly improved on over the years, and I feel like it's not spoken about enough because people listen to Connor sing and they're like, oh, you're that rapper guy who does really good schemes and really good delivery. You can sing as well. He's been singing. This song was 5 years ago. He's been singing. People just don't mention it enough. So we're checking out this one because of those singing elements and just because there's some other stuff as well with his rapping. But like singing is the main reason I'm checking out this one. And actually now thinking about it, this video might get claimed because of this footage.
Draw from the power of the 8B4. Full Callan, I won't break no more. Izuku Midori, yeah, you can just call me the hero using one for all. I won't cower, I'm not one to fall. In the face of danger, standing tall. Izuku Midori, yeah, you can just call me the hero using one for all.
Like, he was singing for a long time before he actually got noticed as a singer. Oh, no, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking on his Blue Exorcist song he was singing. No, he had Sky Limits on that one. Never mind. But yeah, you're like, he was singing 5 years ago and people just don't realize it.
Hero using one for all. I was part of the 20% that wasn't blessed with abilities of relevant gen. Dreamers at a better end, looking to the bigger men, and I knew full well I could never be them. And when I met All Might, I was starstruck, even if it said there just ain't no chance. But I'm still helping a friend regardless. Don't think of myself for defense, I'm godless. Can't just watch or be another bystander. At the front of the action like lights, camera. Natural reaction, I dive past the crowd. That's where you go when a life's captured in the way of harm and danger. Cause of this, it would grant me a favor. I'd inherit the power of
passed down generations, be the next guardian savior.
And as you can hear it in the backing there was actually like ad-libs now and like something to flesh out the track and give it more depth, which I really, really like. But Connor, I don't want to say it was a problem because a lot of artists were doing this. They're very much retelling the story of Deku just in music form. I said this with during my Rustish Throwback Thursday as well, where you're just saying what happens in the show just musically. And like, there's nothing wrong with that 5 years ago. But like the evolution compared to if he did a Deku track now, which obviously he had his Vigilante track, like the bars and stuff that come out now are so much better than just retelling what happened to Deku as a song. It's like, it's really weird that a lot of artists went through this. I think also Schwabity, I mentioned it in my Schwabity Throwback Thursday, where they were just saying what happened to the character just as a song instead. It was a really weird time for NERDCORE.
Yeah, I'll be earning it later. Symbol of peace, now my personal trainer. Clean up a beach, get sturdy and raise up weights till I get way buff and a major. Tough but I stayed up, train all week, looking like I'm still alone. Not so weak, man, I'm raring to go. Job's complete and I'm heir to the throne. Downside this is a hair in my throat. Gotta get to the UA course, bring a doomsday force. They told me to break a leg, so I went and did two. They thought I was out of the picture, but I was quick to risk my life. It's worth way more than wits or mind or bits of eyes. I'm still surprised, so I'm not gonna waste this gift of mine, alright. Quick flex of an index, one little flick is enough, it'll have man soaring. Wreck balls and a blast through flooring. Catch us mad cause he can't ignore him. From a life so boring, to relentless training, sweat pouring. An apprentice controlling the strength which will make me a hero. No, that's my calling, that's my not a loser, not now. Name is Deku, I'm
Like,
proud.
he was doing this. Why does no one talk about it? I kicked the camera too. Whoops.
Number one spot's where I'm headed for. Draw from the power of the 8 before. For Callan, I won't break no more. Izuku Midori, yeah, you can just call me the hero using one for all. I won't cower, I'm not one to fall. In the face of danger, standing tall. Izuku Midori, yeah, you can just call me the hero using one for all.
We'll get back to Connor's singing later, because again, one of the best evolutions of a singer in the community, in my opinion at least, that I feel like just is still very underrated despite people loving his singing at this point. I feel like it's still not spoken about enough in comparison to his rapping at least. So we'll get back to Connor singing in a moment. Don't worry. So looking at Connor's channel now, about 4 years ago, we're checking out the Kiba rap. A weird one to pick, I know. There was definitely some others we could have showcased for like this little section. Obviously, his Asta track, his Bakugo track, his Nagisa track. I just remember this track being written. Connor, remember when you did writing streams? You remember when you did writing streams? Yeah. There was a period of time where a lot of artists actually were writing full songs on stream just to force yourself to be creative because writing's hard. And this one came out of it. And there was some really nice bars on this one, but I think like the amp up in the delivery is what I want to showcase with this track because there are some nice delivery elements I really like. Oh yeah, and he stole this instrumental from Schwabity. not this instrumental from Schwabity. Sorry, a sample of this was on a previous Schwabity song that I recognized too. I forgot about that.
Half animal, a hybrid in the fawn leaves. Mangle animal, I'm clamping down, chomping my jaws, teeth. Bite the hand, the feet, drag 9-inch nails across the board. Screech, I'm Kiba, Inuzuka. I keep my dogs on a short leash. I'm a half animal, a hybrid in the fawn leaves. Mangle
Why is this hook catchy?
down, chomping my jaws,
Why is a
teeth.
4-year-old
Bite the hand, the feet,
trying to
drag
quest
9-inch
hook
nails
catchy?
across the board. Screech, I'm Kiba, Inuzuka. I keep my dogs on a short leash. You heard it's Inuzuka, know that I ain't new to this. Pounce into a fight, I got some balls, could never new to this. A
Bob.
spade it required to dig a grave for you like old Yeller. Who'd
Yeah,
have
come
been
on.
summer, a hot head, but still a cold fella. The rough look, a sweet tooth, I'll taste your blood sugar. Dig up on the ground, you hear the growl, call that a subwoofer. Moving by so fast, it makes a whistle only I can hear. Turn a Kasky into kittens, even make a lion fear.
Like the delivery change up on there, a rough looker, takes your blood sugar, subwoofer, like the grit and energy in that is so much better if you go back again, compare it to the Full Metal Alchemist track, and that's what you got to keep doing. You got to keep comparing it to where he started, or at least the first one I heard. That's what we're doing here. Compared to like the evolution over the years, that delivery is so much better. There's so much more grit and determination in his voice. It's so good to hear as an evolution.
You best let us be. If you see sleeping dogs are lying here, crying tears, I lap 'em up. A rabid pup is riled, sneered, problem child. But no wonder man when I go properly wild. Better watch behind you when I'm swapping into doggy style.
Okay. And the bars are good. Again, this isn't the Deku song retelling just Deku's story, you know, because like you could do that as an artist. It's kind of boring. But that's just what people were doing 5 years ago. But now, like, the amp up of, like, putting personality into the character and having stupid bars like that is, it's better. It's better.
Reading the fallen leaves, mangle animal, I'm clamping down, chomping my jaws, teeth. Right the hand, the feet, drag 9-inch nails across the board. Screech, I'm Kiba, Inuzuka, I keep my dogs on a short leash.
If there's any song I would want Connor to come back to and do a remastered version of, like same instrumental, same sort of lyrics, just like a better delivery and shit, this is the one, because this hook is still catchy as hell, and the writing, especially in the second half, I don't know if we'll get through all of it, is pretty good. And it's like, you could just drop this again in 2025, just like with better vocals, and people would fuck with this. They still probably do, actually.
I'm all a hybrid in the fallen leaves, mangle animal, I'm clamping down, jumping my jaws, teeth. Like the hand, the feet, drag 9-inch nails across the board. Screech, I'm Kiba, Inuzuka, I keep my dogs on a short leash. Pause through your pores, dude, blood pores, spews, oh poor you, oh false jutsu, claws, cruise, cause more wounds than wars do. Fang over fang, get corkscrewed. Strangle gangs, they're all doomed. They need a team, they call to. This meat is lean, full course chewed.
See, yeah, that part I do remember being written on the stream. I do remember everyone in the chat just trying to think of stuff to go with pause, and it works so well. And again, it's kind of working on those sort of schemes that we'll see even still now evolve into more complex stuff that's just really, really nice. It's just really, really nice.
More wounds than wars do. Fang over fang, get corkscrewed. Strangle gangs, they're all doomed. They need a team, they call to. This meat is lean, full course chewed. Cerberus murders, modus operandi. Curvacy nervous, a dull little Bambi. Fur is impervious, go like a stampede. 7 up shots on my vet, need a vaccine. Too sick, this tooth rips. True miracle, if you don't leave bitten. You get hits with brute fists, and Machida with me, you'll be flea ridden.
Come on.
My stain these carpets, he won't heed to them. Disobedient, still gonna stick and give a Kamaru targets. Cooking up trees, house stacking on a fox now. Heightened senses, large ears and a long snout. Guys, defenders, white face, got them washed out. Looking at me like who let the dogs out.
It's good. Drop this again with just better vocals, because again, this doesn't sound bad, but that lead up into the end, into the final hook, put some oomph into that. Oh, it'll sound clean. Sorry, I really like this track. This is why I wanted to showcase this one in this particular era. It's just like, this one has so much energy and like personality behind it. I love it so much. This is such a good one. All right, the Overhaul track. I don't know if this is still the case for Connor's like Spotify and everything. There was a time this was Connor's song. This was like one of his most iconic tracks. Still probably is one of his most iconic tracks. The Doctor's In. There was a time where Connor took like a little break, as everyone happens to go through. You just need a little bit of time off of something. And he came back with this one. And this one shook people. This one had energy to it. And I think it's only fair we showcase this one. This is like, what, was this 3 years ago? Actually, or was this still 4 years ago? Still about 4 years ago, but like, this is one we need to showcase. Especially because, as I mentioned before, his singing got a lot better. And it's shown in this one. Also, Tyler Clark instrumental. Crazy. Like he sang on songs between the Deku one and this one, but like the evolution of hearing them back to back, it's crazy. I don't know why we're checking out so many My Hero Academia tracks for Connor. I don't know. Maybe it was just popping off on them. That's not up to me. That's up to him.
Germophobic, but I seem to have some filthy habits. Need to cleanse them all along with this whole sickened planet. Like a rapture, see the cities filled with risen panic. One command, I tell my dogs to sick the rabbits. So like dirty works, we hunt down partners, confirm the sell, then hustle that bargain. Wait for the mark, then lunge in that darkness. That's how you run the underground market. Heard in whispers and numerous rumors. You ain't got the balls because you've been neutered. It's spread cause you're gonna do this sooner. I'll be the one to remove this tumor.
The delivery? The delivery is so nice. The tightness of the flow. Ooh, yeah, this is why this is one of Connor's like most iconic tracks, because this one had everything to it. This one had everything.
Remove this tumor.
Purify, pure strife. Your life is course to die.
Nerve displacement, the crust of earth is shaking. Can't rush the operation, but you can discern the patient. Cut the circulation like your costume tight. Like a better pay the pipe before this pesticide. I'll rip the
Come on.
Burning in the streets, what a rotten thing. Purging what I see, there is nothing but a plague in the city, and the doctor's end. Come and get a shot, I promise it's plain glass. Gloves are on sale when I still it's stainless. Plagues in the city, and the doctor's end.
And it's also the evolution of having the rapping vocals in between the singing vocals and blending them together. Again, this was probably a song where people were like, oh, Connor sings? What? This was the rapping guy. He did the rap. He does the cypher features, right? He sings. And it's like, the evolution is so nice. The evolution is so nice. Also, this video, is this a Skeep video? I'm like, this is a unique editing style. Is this Skeep Teal? Hold, I gotta check this. Is this a Skeep Teal video? Sure. Back here? It is! Oh my god, it's a Skeep video? Okay, crazy. Crazy. I was looking at it, like, this is a unique editing style. Who has this? Alright, cool. Glad I recognize that.
With a scalpel, I pierce and split the cartilage. Unethical with treatment, this a medicine you can't resist. Dark as pit, and I'm quick to harm a kid. Yeah, I have a PhD, I'm a pretty heartless dick. Trapped in the
When I listened to the full song, I just wanted to show off the pretty heartless dick bar. I just want to show that off because, again, probably a line that shook people when it dropped. That's hilarious. Oh, I love that line so much. So another element to showcase for Connor, we're going to check out the Big 3 track. Not because I particularly like this verse, more so to like show off the evolution of an artist growing, taking elements that they've done before and improving on it. This verse, there's things about it I don't like. And when I reacted to Connor's latest album, I made the comparison to a song on his album to this. We're going to see it in closer detail here in this video. So we're just going to check this out, this Ichigo verse. Not my favorite thing Connor's done, I'll be honest, but it is important comparison if we're going through the artists and all of their songs and watching their evolution. Like, this is an important one to check out.
Someone call the boost, well, I got a cool vision. Singing through villains, I cleanse, reveal the truth in him. Never was a part of the plan, but it seems the truth's fitting. Reaching to the back of the room when the dude's swinging out. Brothers around me got the strongest of bonds. Hats off at your funeral when you're popping your clogs. Trying to say my lungs flow, did you follow this wrong? You want the cannon G, then I'll just hollow the dog. Real hollow, at a crossroad. All the prison gang, got me severing a chain. I've been tethered to my brain, trying to set me so away. Push on down, you know, with the long bow. I was soul searching and found soul purpose. Now the role's merging, it's old whole surface. Energy virtually on the verge of bursting.
It's not a delivery I like. You know, the writing, fine. The like schemes and everything and the context, all fine. It's just the delivery and the shouting on like the sort of metal instrumental, I don't think works super well here. I don't think works super well here. But again, there's a song on Connor's album where like he's got that sort of screaming vocals that work a lot better and we will showcase it just to show the growth of the artist. But you know, I'm not gonna come on here and be like every single one of these past songs Connor's done has been top tier. I'm not gonna glaze him that hard. Come on now, I'm not that sort of guy. But like, once you got to showcase if you do want to show off like growth of an artist, and also mentioning it that this Big 3 track dropped, I think on the same day mine did, just by pure coincidence. I think we just did that, which was funny. Now, if we're doing iconic Connor Quest tracks, you knew this would be here. Probably still, Connor, let me know. Probably still Connor's like most iconic track. I think definitely his most streamed one, or at least the remix is the most streamed one. But VTuber Girls, there's so much about this that's just perfect. Let's just run it. We also reacted to his album. That's on the channel. Check it out.
Baby hit me on the net, fuck it, I ain't even met her. Wants to kiss me on the neck, got those sex on bayonetta. She that angel in a dress, turning demon if you let her. There's VTuber girls all in my text.
This beat is nasty. Well, I don't know what Schwabity was cooking on this beat. God damn.
Schwabity is going crazy.
Told you what I need already. Monster chick with a enormous derriere. Big dragon, we get hot and heavy. If it's eyes and fangs, then the more the merrier. More in the chat, you get your sub gifted. Top in the sack and she's submissive. Running it back, you can come clip this. You ain't even half as bad as this witch is. Virtual vixen, villainous queen, vice versa. I'm kingpin, voice jet and vibe in a verbal addiction. She know my verses, but baby, drive vampire, her victim. Fishes full pints, not vanilla, a visual berries unveiling a scene. So Serena, the Venus was serving a big room. Be on the she hitting notes when I flick strings. Baby, cause she be my princess and I make it rain on her. She let her bang on her song about dinner. She put in work like a laborer. Hey, for a time, she a star in my favorite rappers to impress, only partly revealed. Cabs are a mill like I'm carving a bill. All I can need like a cavalry deal. Hold tight, spit roll, she's starting to squill.
The schemes, the delivery, the personality especially is shining on this one. The personality is shining on this one. And all of that's not even mentioning like how good the singing is as well. Again, just evolutions of the singing. The next track we're going to check out is actually another singing one from Connor, but just this one's so good. Play. Okay.
In my head, cybertech, I connect these side effects. I suppress your worth.
Baby hit me on the net, fuck it, I ain't even met her. Wants to kiss me on the neck, got those sex on bayonetta. She that angel in a dress, turning demon if you let her. There's VTuber girls all in my text.
We can make your life better.
Yeah, no, nasty. Also, Dahlia snapped on this one. So did Lulu. Just everyone snapped on this one. But like, Connor was cooking something with this, because the whole scheme. If you go to like Connor's Genius page and you pull up this song and like you highlight all of the schemes, it's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid, and that's what, again, as I've mentioned multiple times, Connor's sort of like known for having really, really good schemes. This one was kind of stupid. I don't know what he was on when he stepped in the booth. Came out with a masterpiece. Like, you can't complain. Okay, I lied. Changed the plan. We're not checking out a singing song next. We're checking out this one, because this might be one of, if not top 3 Connor Quest songs, in my opinion. This is one of my favorite songs he's ever done. Unfortunately, we will not be checking out Mir on this part, but Connor on all of this was stupid. And I just want to play, because again, this is one of my favorite Connor songs. Oh, and another Schwabity production. Of course it is.
Schwabity is going crazy.
Light up, we gon' party. Hit that, he don't call me. Ice and white Bacardi. This shit, darling.
The like voice pitches on this hook is so bouncy.
Shout out my dog, that's body. Hitting that, he no come. Stay blazing. Let it rip, spin his disc, we Beyblading. I'm a man with a stick and surrounded by animals. I see him looking like cave painting, spray fragrance. I can smell these bitches a mile off. Like my name's Davis, link 5 shots, get them giants rocked. They wish they could trade places, cause I'm in a high and a my spot. I cause lightning to strike like an iron rod. Yeah, I can decide when your time has stopped. So your final is night, I'm a mind god. Blind me, I'm hot. This ain't a 9 to 5 job. This is a 9 till I drop. This is the life that I want. Thinking I'ma kill him with kindness, nah, I'ma be an asshole.
It's so good. It's so, the schemes are so nice. Again, go onto his Genius page and just highlight the schemes yourself, and you're like, man, he works for this. And also, writing's really good, especially on this, like, this little opening section is really nice writing wise. But the second part is
So when you're back, you know you can't roll with us. Never check attack us, scan the barcode billers. Can't afford the gas and a car won't fill up. Thunderclap fashion, but to spark those pillars. Sitting in my castle, chilling with your missus in the bathrobe, kissing on my niche in the
flow?
marbles.
Oh my God.
Said she wouldn't come near us with the 8-foot pulling out, she gripping on my barge pole. And my legs get weak. Triple X is free. She swallowed me down for like over an hour, good breath technique. Crunchy roll, we get dubs on the regular. Had like 10 this week. Prep to lecture these weeps, I project the screens, and if talk is cheap, I'm on a spending spree.
That's just tough. It is so tough. It's so tough. The writing on this is top tier. And then again, the hook's really catchy. Having that pitch up in your voice or like your voice break, purposely doing the hook is like, ooh.
Light up, we gon'
Party?
hit that
You know, can't be? That pitch is so nice. I love it.
This shit, daddy. Here, Playboy, no Cardi. Here, not, no Marty. Shout out my dog, that's body. Here, not, he no Cardi.
And also, Mir did absolutely snap. Again, we're not going to check out Mir's part just because, like, that's probably a different video in the future. But, like, this whole having Mir on this in the middle part was perfect. To have. I love this song. Okay, final time talking about the evolution of Connor's singing, because he's done it with a lot of good stuff. Obviously, the beach episode song. He did it with the Rivals Catching Up song, the anime one. Really, really good some singing stuff. But I really like this song. Mean Girls one, I really like this one. I'm not sure what it is.
It's in the air, it's in the way you say I'm crazy. Averting your gaze whenever rushed to explain how all these stories don't seem to add up. No, I'm no Holmes, love, but swear to God I'm not that dumb. You think I'm chasing ghosts, just figments that my brain composed. Convince me that the trails are cold. Your word is what is waiting go. I'm stressing, second guessing, call my questions an obsession. I'm just trying to find the truth and you're my misdirection.
And then this hook.
Oh, but I know where you go.
It's such a
when you
vibe.
Tell me you're alone if there's no fire. Why is there smoke in the distance? Were we a joke, just a hoax? Were you getting up my hole? Was the bliss I felt this time or just ignorance?
The hook's so catchy, and I really appreciate how in this middle part too, like, he kept up the scheme. I think it was the chasing ghosts scheme. He keeps up, like, even like there's, I don't know how well I can explain like the fundamental differences between like doing singing and doing rapping and stuff like schemes and how important they are compared to each one. But Connor taking the elements of those schemes from his rapping and implemented it into the singing is so nice.
Figments that my brain composed convince me that the trails are cold. Your word is what is waiting go.
And then just with the flow he's got with that, it sounds so good. I don't know if this is like same as like the Tanjiro track in my opinion for like top Connor songs, but it's so good.
I'm stressing, second guessing, call my questions an obsession. I'm just trying to find the truth and you're my misdirection.
I'm playing the hook again. I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
Oh, but I know where you go when you tell me you're alone. If there's no fire, why is there smoke in the distance? Were we a joke, just a hoax? Were you getting up my hole? Was the bliss I felt this time or just ignorance?
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, second to last song we are checking out for this video. This is actually like the most recent Connor project we are checking out in terms of like the timeline of song releases. But there's a different song I want to showcase for like his final one. But going back to the Big 3 track we checked out, and this Ichigo verse that I wasn't a fan of, I said something on his newer album, highlighted the growth between like the yelling and screaming he did on that track compared to currently. It's this one, the Anime Monsters rap. I have done a full reaction video to this when I checked out Connor's album. Again, that's on the channel. You can check it out. I had a blast checking out the entire album. But this hook and what he did in the middle just like shows the difference between the two tracks. It shows it so well. So again, we're not going to fully dive into this one, we are just going to check out the hook, but it was important to showcase.
Thing must take its place. There's a twist inside, it isn't me. Can't even recognize the mirrors image I see. What's gotten into you? Something's forcing me to move. Swear I don't wanna hurt you, but I
And then
might. When the lights go out,
the screaming on the backing.
my bites worse than my growl. What's gotten into you? Something's forcing me to move. Swear I don't wanna hurt you, but I might.
The screaming, especially like on the backing ad libs, it makes that so good. Makes that so good.
I don't wanna hurt you, but I might. Shade when the lights go out. Man, I swear my bites worse than my growl.
That slaps. That absolutely slaps. Again, I don't know what I can say that was necessarily wrong with the Ichigo verse from before in the Big 3 track. I guess just it didn't sound very convincing with the vocals and the screams and stuff. But then evolution up to this one, it's like that's why I'm doing this Throwback Thursday series, to see the growth, and you have to do stuff that might not be as perfect as it could be compared to what you could do years later in the same sort of like element to the same area. It's so nice. That growth specifically, I really, really love seeing from Connor. It's so good. Right, one more to check out. One more. Probably my favorite Connor Quest song. We're running into it. Okay, 64 bars till Nirvana. The Buddha track. Some of Connor's best writing in terms of flows, schemes, the delivery slap. This has everything of Connor. Like, I know this song's about like over a year old at this point, but if you want to showcase to someone what Connor can do as an artist, it's this one. Okay, it's this one. I know his Jinx track is incredible. I know his Repo track is incredible. He's got so many good tracks. But this one, oh come on, we'll just play it. We'll just play it. I don't know if this is I've seen Connor do some like stupid performances with like his breath control and vocals and stuff. I don't know if this is a performable track because of like how tightly it's written. I would love to see him do it live. Let's make sure it's turned up.
What's a life when deprived of decision? You need drive to apply to conviction. Yeah, you're alive, but how much are you living? You can hear, but do you listen? You can see, but do you have vision? You have dreams, but you just keep wishing. Arms on reach, so your feet need to bridge that distance. Knowing that there's more out there, you've explored nowhere. It can sure sound scary. You can let go, just soar in the air, or your floors lay bare. You can walk around carefree. Nothing can tie you down quite like a mindset can. Actions have cost, but a bright idea has a priceless tag. And I'll be damned if I don't try to revise my past.
That whole section is just the opening, and it gets better. And I don't understand how, because those schemes are so tight. The message in it too, like actually breaking down the lyrics and looking at the message, is so good. It's so good.
Are you ready?
Gotta risk it to claim the reward. If you can't lock pick, then you kick on the frame of the door. If you can't grab the hilt, then you grip on the blade of the sword. And if pricks won't give, then you take it by force. Sometimes I wish I still pray to the Lord just to say that I ain't used any of the ways of a tour. All the ancient laws translated, vague and flawed, taken change and war flagrant.
That whole scheme, that whole door scheme in that section is ridiculous. What are we on about?
Are you ready?
Gotta risk it to claim the reward. If you can't lock pick, then you kick on the frame of the door. If you can't grab the hilt, then you grip on the blade of the sword. And if pricks won't give, then you take it by force. Sometimes I wish I still pray to the Lord just to say that I ain't used any of the ways of a tour. All the ancient laws translated, vague and flawed, taken change and
Come
war
on.
flagrant, hate and doors for the same names propagating. Humaneness to all freaking fakers and frauds. Raising the faith instigating a war. Staining the fame of the pages they're waging it for. Brainwashed days that erase any cause that regains cover lace all war. Give away to the saints that remain face toward any aim that I favor, creating my laws. Yeah.
And then you go from that and the big energy and the aggression in the vocals and the grit to a switch up in the delivery, which still sounds just as good, but also just shows a case like Connor's personality on a track, being able to flip between those two things. He does this track as well without singing. He's got Ori on like the singing feature. He very much could have just been singing on this too and just had this showcase everything he does. So I'm a little sad he doesn't sing on it, but the switch in the two deliveries is so nice.
Aim that I favor, creating my laws.
Yeah, finding a thrill. What's the point in having shit just to write in your will? If it's dinner for the boys, then I got the bill. President of the free world, the climb on the bill. Never enter cathedrals to find an appeal. And the star in the me show the life that I built. And they had a lead goal, been guiding the ills. But in wolves and sheep's coats, the eyes can reveal.
The scheme is so good. The scheme is so good. What are we talking about?
hill. Spotting wolves in sheep's coats, the eyes can reveal. Little lambs go silent when I die for the kill. So I spoke on my smooth talk, mind it was silver. I flip when the stakes, I light up the grill. Like a power with a purpose, I'm firing a will. Never chasing the cheese like mice on a wheel. Sometimes I'm Sisyphus climbing the hill. Few times how fighting a titan can feel, but Achilles will
And then the switch in delivery again.
Goes roof to be raising, cause I've been treating every room like a stadium. Royal on stages, ain't play palladium. Energy is radiating uranium. Never give a fuck, so I'm way too brazen. Serving my own justice, Bruce Wayne. I'm bulletproof and I shoot Luke Cage. I'm quick like them with the fist who's raiding. They want a savior and I'm who saves them. Bring your eyes to me in your time in need. If you fell, we can find your feet. Cause the enlightened dream is inside for thee. I'm deciphered peace. It's inside any type of physique and any kind of life beyond binary. Stand behind me, I'm safeguarded and a dying breed. That should be wise piety.
Fucking insane. Insane. There's so much about that track that's just perfect. And again, really breaking down the lyrics to see what he's saying is like, god damn. I don't know why Buddha inspired him so much, but I know he was bold for a couple years, but but god damn. Oh no, this is my favorite Conquest track. I think this is my favorite Conquest track. If I look at his entire channel, which again, 6 years of probably a bit longer, including like the stuff he was on with Rustage. So good. We've reacted to a lot of his recent stuff. Again, his album we checked out. Repo track's got a reaction on the channel. Same with the Jinx track. And then we'll run back a bit. I guess I skipped actually a few of these. Did we check out his solo leveling track? I think we did. I don't remember. Either way, that is just my favorite track on his channel. It's so good. I'm so impressed with it. Fucking cooked. Record of Ragnarok's coming back this year, Connor. More songs. Please, I beg you. This was a blast. I had a really, really good time dissecting Connor and his evolution as an artist because he's just, again, one of my favorite artists in the scene. Really, really good. In fact, he still doesn't have 100k. What do you do? I know you uploaded like 2 months ago. And that's probably why. Be more consistent, Connor. What are you doing? But still doesn't have 100k. Crazy. Crazy. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this Throwback Thursday. I've had a really, really good time doing it. Again, I'm going to try and do this every 2 weeks. I know I skipped out last time just because other stuff got in the way in terms of the channel. But I'm going to try and do this every 2 weeks. Got some really cool artists upcoming as well for this. Probably Cam Steady and Hala CG next, hopefully. So if you've enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. All that good shit. You know, it's YouTube. I don't have to tell you. Again, link to Connor's channel is in the description. Please check him out. Check out the other Throwback Thursdays as well. We've got a whole playlist on the channel that will be updated as they're coming out. It's on screen right now. And I'll catch you all in another video. Peace.